Okay, this is the second part, installing the rotor and changing out the brake pads. You can see it comes straight from where you order it. This is already clean, there's no grease on it, but just take some brake cleaner. It's pretty clean now, and just give it a little sprays. Make sure there's no film on it from the factory or anything, but this is already pretty nice and clean, like I say. Just clean it off like that. Safety note, be careful of your jack. Make sure you got it and they're nice and good, and make sure your tires in the back are chalked, and don't get underneath the car. Always work from the side of it, just in case something was to break and the jack was to pop out, you won't be underneath the car. Okay, so right now your piston, once you take the brake pads off, the piston in here wants to come out. But this is a nice tool that you can buy, again, at your store, only $10. It just slides, it's kind of like a vise that you just use it. You can use your old brake pad, the old one that came off the car, as a brace to push, and then you just use this as a vise to push the piston back in, just so you don't have any, so it won't be sticking out. And once you squeeze the piston in, you gotta give it the fluid that's in the line time to go back in. So don't just crank down on it. Just give it a couple turns and wait a few seconds, just so the oil can, or the fluid can go back through the line. Okay, at this point, so you're ready to go ahead and install the new rotor. The factory bolts, or the factory little screws that I talked about earlier, they're real tiny. If you can't get them out, try to break them. You know, you might have to break them out. If they get left in there, that's fine. Just make sure everything's nice and flush. You don't need them. They don't serve any purpose once it's from the factory, because it's going to keep everything nice and tight. Or your bolts here for the lug nuts for your actual tire that goes on here. Let's go ahead and place that in there. At this point, make sure you don't just dangle this by the hose, because it can do some damage, and you want to make sure that it's heavy, so you want to make sure it's supported. And right there where it is it's a good spot. So now make sure you got everything nice and greased up, and you're just going to slide everything back into place just like that. Okay? And that's how you do it. So you should take a look at the video, and hope this is helpful. Thank you.